Dexter Reed World of Matchups, Spencer the Wiz, Blue Milk Boys Gaming, Cowboys at the Eagles. Game of the week. Look, Cowboys keep winning with Cooper Rush, folks. You know what I mean? It might not be your flavor of ice cream, but a win is a win. I'll take an ugly win any day of the week over a pretty loss, and that's what Dallas is doing. They're running the ball. They're stopping the run. They're playing solid defense. Micah Parsons is a nightmare to have to handle. You have to double, triple this guy. He's getting his, and Cooper Rush is not turning over the ball and making mistakes, and they're winning. The Eagles, conversely, they have been hot. They are unbeaten, which was why I think this is a very tricky game for them. I told everyone last week Arizona plus 5.5 was an absolute lock. And if Cliff Kingsbury wasn't such an idiot, Arizona would have tied that game with a chance to maybe win that game. The Eagles are good, but they are not in that upper echelon of teams yet. I'm sorry. I can't put them up there with Kansas City. I can't put them up there with Buffalo. What is the Eagles' signature win? Somebody please tell me. I know they play the schedule that's in front of them. To this point, the schedule has been tomato cans, okay? So now, division game, under the lights, in comes Dallas with this nasty defense. DeMarcus Lawrence is talking shit. Everybody's fired up. Let's go. If you're giving me 6.5 points with that Dallas defense and Cooper Rush has been upright, not made mistakes, or turned the ball over, I am taking Dallas plus a 6.5. At some point, unbeaten teams play with a lot of pressure to keep winning. Mistakes happen. The pressure's all on the Eagles here. From their fans, from the media, they know they want to take that next step. Everyone's saying they're not as good as they are. Now they want to prove it. Dallas is playing with house money. Who the hell is Cooper Rush? Dallas is playing with house money. All this guy has done is hold the fort down, beat the Super Bowl champs. They've just won since this guy's come in. And so if you're going to give me 6.5 points with that defense, I'm taking the points. I like the Eagles a lot. I'm not poo-pooing what they've done, but I just don't trust them to take that next step yet. This is a big game. Will Jalen Hurts be what everyone thinks he will be? If he wins this game, now we have to put Jalen Hurts in the MVP conversation, especially if he looks good doing it. But I don't trust Miles Sanders in the running game. I know they have been good this far, but the bottom line is Trevon Diggs is still good. Micah Parsons, there's no answer for Micah Parsons. You know what I mean? You're going to have to throw to another side of the field. You're going to have to play away from them, which will disrupt your offense. I don't think Nick Sirianni is there yet as a second-year HC. I know they've looked good so far, but let's not forget this team has been shut out in 2 of the games they've played this year. The Lions gave them 35. They're not unbeatable. And I know Dallas isn't lighting the world on fire, and CeeDee Lamb is questionable, but that boy is going to play. And if Cooper Rush looks good, I'm sorry, Dak Prescott. I keep saying it. No one else wants to say it because, oh, you're so stupid. They're paying Dak $1 million. I don't care. If a guy is winning, you don't rush your starting quarterback back. This will be a huge game. I was just telling you, Spencer, if that game is tied and there's a big third down that Cooper Rush has to go get to win the game and he gets it, that boy's starting next week. I'm not talking about he didn't turn the ball over and he milked the clock and they ran the game out and he didn't lose it for Dallas. I'm talking about if he goes and gets it. If he goes and gets it, that's your starting quarterback next week. Dallas plus the 6.5 all day, every day. Scab money don't make money. Let's hear what you got.
Yeah, maybe that is more of an indication of how little the betting market or like the casinos think of the LA Rams.
Rams are garbage.
Apparently they are because their win apparently means nothing.
They're waiting for Odell to come back.
Being a touchdown dog is like a lot of points, man. So apparently that win meant nothing to the casinos last week. To me, it was impressive. I mean, come on.
Very. Yeah, I told you.
And I know the Rams are still figuring it out, which is just strange. It's one of the more bizarre storylines of the season. There's
Super
a lot
Bowl
going
hangover,
on over
bro.
Yeah. They're still feeling it, too. This is going to be a pretty interesting matchup, but I just don't understand. I'm going to take the Cowboys on the points here, too. That's just too much, especially for – you can even just say – for a lot of the times, it's a division rivalry. Like aren't those games like generally very close? Like there's been times where the Raiders have been like atrocious throughout my childhood, and that they'll play the Chiefs, who are like, the best in the division, and they'll beat them on like Thursday Night Football. You know what I mean? Like that just seems to be the nature of division rivalries. Doesn't matter who's in for whatever reason.
3
I'm thinking back
points.
to Ryan Mallett against the
3
Steelers.
points.
Yeah.
3 points is what that spread should be. It's a division game. 3 points. 6.5 is a disgrace, a slap in the face to the Dallas defense.
It is, and we're gonna see because we'll see if the Eagles' offense is really all that gas because they're facing the best defense they have faced all season long. I think by far. I mean, they've played teams like the Cardinals, which is just nothing. Swiss cheese, you know what I mean? This is not Swiss cheese. And I'm interested in taking some money line Dallas. I had a nice 3-teamer last week. I took some underdogs. Can't be afraid to take the underdogs, man.
Nope.
Sometimes the casinos, they get it wrong, and you got to take advantage of that. I had taken the Jets money line against the Miami Dolphins last week, and that paid me really nice dividends.
Take the Jets versus the Packers this week.
Yeah.
Take the Jets. Listen to my mouth. Take the Jets versus the Packers this week. If the Giants can beat the Packers, so can the Jets.
Absolutely.
So can the Jets. Jets are coming up. The Packers are going the wrong way, and the Jets are going the right way. At worst, take the points. I love the Jets this week plus the points. Green Bay is done.
No, you're done with them?
Green Bay is done, bro. Aaron Rodgers' last season is this year.
Really, the fact that they were able to keep it together for a season last year is kind of impressive, to be honest with you.
Green Bay is done. But back to this game, man.
Okay.
This is about Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? More than anyone else.
Yeah, this is a good.
I think that when the power rankings come out and they have the Eagles 1, the Bills 2, Kansas City 3. I don't want to discount that. I've seen a couple different variations of those 3 teams. However you want to put them right now, I'm fine with that. I would have Buffalo 1, Kansas City 2, the Eagles 3, just based off strength of schedule, because I know on a neutral field right now, Kansas City and Buffalo will beat the Eagles. I would think so. But this is why they play the games. Something we also need to think about too, Spence, is that the refs have played a hand in all these games.
Man, too much.
Every single big game that has happened this year, the refs have had their hands in it. And there have been calls that have been made that have favored teams. And I almost expect to have it happen now. I expect it. I expect it in the Buffalo-Kansas City game. I expect it in this game. Look, the NFL does not know what they're doing. The NFL is winning despite themselves. The refs are clueless. Roger Goodell will never come on and make a statement. It's just a money train. The NFL is just a bank. They don't know what a catch is. They don't know what pass interference is. They don't know what roughing the passer is. And so you may get a call that goes against the Eagles here, which really will give Dallas some gas, or a call may go against Dallas, which will lead them to get blown out. You just don't know which way it will go.
It just feels like if the game is going bad, they're just going to give a pass interference 50 yards down the field. You know what I mean? It just feel it coming.
You saw it in the Kansas City game. I mean, who's holding on an extra point? These are all makeup calls. It's all BS. The NFL is scripted. We know this. We know this, bro. It's like a girl with a BBL. She's hot, but she wants something extra. You know what I mean? Or dude, that's what it is. And so they dress it up to make the product look good. And a lot of times they end up with egg on their face. And I think it could go one of two ways. But when you have this kind of pattern happening in the NFL, dude, take the points. So I love Dallas here. I love the points. I think there will be some points scored. I don't know what the OU is, but I'm going to say it goes over. I think Sunday Night Football, they'll put on a show. Let's see what the OU is here. It can't be super high. It's
Dallas over 42.
So I could see it going over. A lot of people will take the under because these are two decent defenses. That secondary is tough. And, Bradbury and Slay have played really well for the Eagles. So Tony Pollard is going to be my player to watch in this game. I think Zeke is washed, but I think Tony Pollard can do a lot of different things. And Mike McCarthy is realizing that this might be the kid who saves his job. So that's my player to watch on offense for Dallas. Obviously, it's going to be Micah Parsons. On offense, I like Devonta Smith for the Eagles. I really like him, and on defense, it's going to be that secondary pair for those guys. Whichever matchup comes out on top will win the game, but Dallas is taking the money.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to take the Cowboys here. Take it to the bank.
Get a bank, folks. You heard it here first. World of Matchups, Blue Milk Boy Gaming. Get your money. Let's go.